It's an action or event marking a significant change or stage in development, a landmark, an achievement, or a highlight. I like to also call milestones turning points. They're things you remember, and they grow you up really fast. But so many times we dwell more on the mistakes than the milestones. We dwell more on the mess-ups. And so I want to help you, encourage us all, because I'm going to get something out of it just for teaching it again, that we can have a milestone moment, anytime, any place we want. That we can feel the thrill of success and victory like we do when we're here at SC's campus, like we do when we're at a football game, in our everyday life. Because too many times, even for young people today, they're looking at social media and they're seeing what other people have and they're wondering, what am I doing wrong? I met a 14-year-old the other day. I said, what are you doing? He was outside the network offices and he said, I want to be on TV. I want to be an anchor. I said, oh, really? Tell me about yourself. He said, well, I'm 14 years old. I'm going to be an actor, a singer, and an anchor. I said, wow, that's a lot. You can do it. I'm not mad at you. And he said, but I think I missed my opportunity. I said, you're 14. He said, yeah, but Raven Simone used to be on The View, and she left the show, and I had to be at school one day, and I didn't make it here before she stopped being on the show. And so I can't be on Disney Channel now, like all the other kids. And I'm on YouTube and iTunes, and you can follow me on this. And whoa, hold on. You're 14, and you think you missed your opportunity. I was talking to a group of young women that I mentor, and they're about 23, 25 years old. And I asked them, do you have any regrets? They're 23. Yeah, I do. Yeah. I wish I would have been more focused in college. Do you feel pressure? Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm not doing enough. Like I just don't know that I'm actually making it. How do you feel when you have that feeling after you've lived 60 years and you've seen things that you wish you could have done differently? You could have a milestone. This young man, his name is King Brown. I just interviewed him in New Orleans about a week ago. I spent the whole day with him. He's 24 years old. He is now topping all five of the country music charts. He's the first country artist to do so. How did he get his start? He started filming himself with his iPhone and posting it on YouTube. He covered the hottest country songs. I believe the song that did it for him was Levi's I Don't Dance. And he became an internet sensation. Now he's there with Brad Paisley on his Twitter feed, I think kicking it at Brad's house. He's 24. He's going to be performing with Brad Paisley at the CMAs, which happen to be on ABC. That's just a little commercial. But he's 24. He's not professionally trained. Now, I told a colleague about him, and the first thing they said out of their mouth was, I hate him. They don't know him. But I knew what they were saying. They were saying, what did I do wrong? I went 50 and I didn't do this. Even close. It can be aggravating for some folks. When they see social media celebrities, they're not following the rules. They didn't get professionally trained. They didn't put in the years I did. Nobody says it, but they're thinking it, believe me. Maybe not y'all, but somebody's thinking it. And he's 24. He just bought his own house. He just bought his mom a car. All of us want to buy our mom a car, something, at least a refrigerator, at least some new tires. You want to do something for other people. You want to have enough that you can make a difference, but you're thinking, how am I going to do that? I can't afford to do that. I got 4 kids to put through college, and then they have high school prom and pictures, and they all want those new Beats headset things. And the fact is I see him, and I think, he's a sign. He's evidence that we have come into a stage and an era of life where anything can happen to any one of us at a moment's notice. Let me show you more evidence. 2 words, Chewbacca Mom. 2016, Facebook Live had just launched 2 months ago, and Chewbacca Mom was in a parking lot, and she was getting ready to pick up her kids from school. What did she do? She went and bought a Chewbacca mask, stuck it on her face, and started laughing wildly and posting it on Facebook Live. That's all she did. That's it. She's 37, mom, Chewbacca mask. Formula for success. The next day, within 24 hours, she had tens of millions of views. She now likely, and I don't know her exact financials, but likely has tens of millions of dollars in endorsements, all because of a moment online in a Chewbacca mask. In a second, in a suddenly moment, her whole life changed. I don't see aggravation. I say, I'm next. I say, there's evidence that my life can change in a moment. I just wanted to put a little USC athletic shout out here. A little football shout out. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Instant replay is interesting. I was thinking about highlight reels and what our highlight reels would look like. Like, how many of us, if we were to do the play-by-play that's running in our head right now, we really, really want to keep that to ourselves and not let anybody else see it? Like, what's instantly replaying in your mind? Is it, man, I just can't help my son or daughter. I don't know what to do with them. He's struggling with suicidal thoughts. This one, he's doing drugs. I know he's doing drugs. I don't know what to do. And I want to help him because I know he's hurting, but I don't know what to do. And doctors are saying they don't know what to do, and there's no medication for this, there's no app for that. Oh man, like, I've been married 30 years and the fire's out. Like, I love her. I don't know what to do. I can't get a divorce. I love my kids. I want to stay together. I already had 1 or 2 divorces already. Or, man, I'm just beating myself up over that business deal in 1998. I should have been an investor. I could have got in early. I'm just beating myself up. I really blew it. Instant replay. So, while the world keeps turning and 24-year-olds keep becoming millionaires on YouTube, your instant replay is taking you out of reality and rewinding you back here. And how many of y'all know I can run in heels backwards? But if I run far enough, I'm going to either fall, I'm going to trip, I'm going to slow down. I can run a lot faster even in these heels if I run forward. A quarterback, you turn that bad boy around, have him run backwards down the field, how far do you think he's really going to get? He's not going to get far. You can't run backwards and win. So I'm going to help you. There are 2 things you got to do. One thing is you got to stop turning around. You got to stop looking back here. You got to turn forward. You got to look forward. But while we beat ourselves up with those instant replays of failures, there's another set of people. I don't think any of them are in this room. I don't. Okay, maybe a few. Who rehearse victories. You pat yourself on the back. Well, you know what I did back in 1987. Let me show you the highlight reel. And you talk about it, and you brag about it. The problem with bragging on what you did in the past, while it's a great foundation, in a sense, is that you program yourself that you're old. Let me give you a fountain of youth tip right now. I'm going to keep you young. I'm going to get you young and keep you young. If you think that your best days are back here, then you're a bygone. You're a has-been. You got to have a victory now. It's great. You're a legend. You are somebody that we are honored to be around. But if you don't keep making the victories, if USC got to keep winning, right? We got to keep winning. And we're going to keep winning today. A moment is a very brief period of time, an important thing, a significant thing, okay? If you are interested in a moment, how quickly life can change, let me show you. Basketball in the NBA, 24 seconds to shoot your shot. How many of y'all have seen Hamilton? Of course, a lot of folks in New York have seen Hamilton, but there's a song that says, I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. You gotta take a shot or you gotta pass it to somebody. Let's see, if you don't like sports, which is probably not the case here today, if you're in sales, they say an elevator pitch is between 10 to 30 seconds. Your whole life can change in 10 to 30 seconds. Again, I'm just giving you signs, examples, wonders that are evidence that all around us, your life can change, even if you think, well, the best has already come and gone. Let's just talk about people, everyday people, 7 seconds. You make a first impression, according to Business Insider, in 7 seconds. Your whole life could change. You could meet your future spouse. You could sign that deal. You could get an angel investor. In a moment in time. In a moment in time. Momentum. You're going to have momentum in that moment. The strength of the force that allows something to continue or to grow stronger or faster as time passes. We are not called to slow down as we get older. We're called to go faster, and we're called to work smarter, and we're called to take those 10 to 40 years of experience that you all have in this room to give the world a gift. Let me just give you this really quickly. That third definition, a moment, I found out in physics, and I'm not a science major. In physics, a moment is torque. How many of y'all like cars? I like cars. I like fast cars. Horsepower, come on. Torque is turning power. Torque is turning power. It's the force that you need to turn. It's also what turns a key in a lock. It's also the force that turns the doorknob. And it swings the door on its hinges. If you'll stop looking back here, whether you're just celebrating bygone victories or killing yourself over the mistakes you've made, and you just torque, turn forward, you're going to automatically step into a door in a moment. Because you're going to give off a confidence. You're going to give off a winner's confidence and strength that you didn't have before. So look ahead for your greatest moment. 3 things I want to leave with you today for those of you who want to take that moment. Number 1, stop complaining and whining if you're doing any of that. Whining causes wrinkles, I'm convinced. And then 2, you just don't want to be negative. Negativity breeds negativity, but we're the winners. We're Trojans. We don't have time for whining. We're winning instead. Take the H out. 2, take the power back. Write your own script. If you have a bad memory, if some boss just reamed you out at work back in 2011, I mean, I'm serious, life hits you. But it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. Life hits you and you can bounce back by rewriting your script. And you can rewrite a memory so that it makes sense to you. Nobody else has to argue with you. Just decide. Now, I never met my grandfather, but I met a man who knew someone who knew my grandfather. They thought I knew him, so they were like, "Come into the family. You're the family." I said, "I'm gonna rewrite this script. I met my grandfather and he loves me a lot." And number 3, if you are having a hard time looking back at failures, whether they're personal or professional, remember that you have the heart of a Trojan, that you are in the winner's circle. And that the same foundation of winning and celebration and legacy that we are surrounded with today can be carried home. And when you come to the campus, you're going to bring that energy so that the rest of us can feed off of it. We just become this force to be reckoned with. But if you see yourself looking back, I want you to remember to snap back and say, "I got torque. I like curves. I hug curves. I like roller coasters. Come on, bring it." Turning power. Because you can turn around. You can live your best days today. Your best days aren't behind you, they're in front of you. And I'm looking forward to all the stories of success. Remember that and fight on. Thank you.